I messed up, and this is gonna have to be post commentary. We're gonna be trading Damian Lillard from the Portland Trailblazers in this episode. So we're looking at the team right now. We have Damian Lillard, 96 overall. I mean, he's a top 10 player in the NBA. He's a player that can win you games. But we're gonna be looking kind of at trades for Damian Lillard. The not the odds on, but the favorite for him to go somewhere is to the Miami Heat. So we're going to be trying to trade him to Miami Heat. I think we're going to be getting Tyler Hero out of it, and who else are we going to be getting out of it? Well, I guess we'll see when we get there. Yeah, we're going to be getting Tyler. I think we're going to be getting someone else, Kyle Lowry, as kind of a cap, but so we can make the trade work. Because of course it was not going to work if you just trade Tyler Hero. But we're going to be trading and let's say Antonio Davis. I thought it was Anthony Davis. Like that name's already taken. We try to get a first round pick out of them. They say no, we don't want to give you a first round pick, which I think is pretty unrealistic. But I mean, it's the way that 2K is, so we're not going to ask questions. So like that, we trade Dame. Now we're sitting with two really good shooting guards, a really good point guard, two really good point guards. Especially when we remove Anthony Simons, you're going to be moving him because he's a little bit shorter. We're going to be moving him to the point guard position because I didn't really want to have a small, not small, like 6'3", but I mean, I didn't want to have I think it would be more realistic for him to be playing at the one and kind of be, Scoot Henderson can kind of be mentored by Kyle Lowry if this was in real life. Unfortunately, it's not, but if you see as this video goes on, we're going to have a very good backcourt. We're going to be having a very good guard positions. We're going to have really good positions of, point guard, shooting guard. But looking at the team, it's pretty, it's not bad, but it's also not championship level. I mean, they're growing stuff, especially if they trade Damian Lillard. Because the thing with Damian Lillard being on this team is that you want to win now. He's 33 years old. You don't want to kind of get rid of that. But we're just going to sim the first season of the trade deadline, see how we're doing. And at the trade deadline, we are 20 and 27. Good enough, I think, for the 8th seed or the 7th seed, I believe. Yeah, it's a 7th seed. So 7th seed, we're a little bit, we're right in the middle, right where we expect it to be. But if we look at the stats for the year, I mean, Anthony Simons having a really good year, 21, 2 and 5. Tyler Hero is having 26 and 5, which is very good for him. I think it's a very good, realistic stat line for him to get. Jeremy Grant has 18. Scoot Henderson's averaging 17, 5, and 6. Which is also very, very good. But yeah, we want to be kind of getting younger. I'm going to be trading Jeremy Grant. I know he's averaging a lot of points, but he's just going to regress. He's just going to get, worse. So we're going to be looking around for trades here, and we're going to end up settling on John Collins. So we're going to be trading for John Collins. He's 1 overall less, but he is 3 years younger. Still in his prime, not going to be regressing in 2K. So we're going to be trading him, kind of more matching up with their timeline when it comes to Anthony Simons and Tyler Hero. So kind of matching up with that age. So we're just going to keep simulating the season. I want to let you know in the comment section down below, who do you think Dame, if he doesn't get traded, who he's going to get traded to? And what do you think Dame's going to get traded for? I really want to hear your guys' thoughts about who you think he's going to get traded for. Because it's a big talking point, especially when a star demands any kind of trade. That, what you can get out of him and what you can get for him. Because there are some trades that completely just ruin the system. And get traded for a player like, Paul George or a player like James Harden, where they get traded for all these first round picks and they get traded for, the whole team's future for the next 5-6 years. So I really want to see if another star gets traded in today's NBA, who and what would you have to give up? So Luka Doncic wins MVP, averaging a triple-double. That's what Luka does. If you guys saw his video, I thought it was really funny. The video of him doing conditioning, of him touching the cones in a triangle or in a square. Oh, it was so funny. He looks so unathletic. It's funny, but he'll go out there and he'll average a triple-double with 32 points. It's so funny seeing how this guy that doesn't have amazing athleticism or that have such a good basketball IQ that he can still average, 30 points in the league. So yeah, we're looking at the players. Unfortunately, Scoot Henderson does not get onto an all-rookie team, which I thought was really silly. I thought he should have been our all-rookie team. But just like that, we're going to be not in the playoffs. We mean the play-in. We did not make the play-in, or we didn't get out of the play-in. Kawhi Leonard wins your Western Finals, and most likely Donovan Mitchell won the Eastern Conference. So the Clippers won. It would be amazing if they actually won because, for all this talk about Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they haven't really lived up to expectation. So we're going to be looking at the draft lottery here. We shouldn't have a pick. I think the Bulls give it back to us because I think it's lottery protected. So we have the 12th overall pick and I think the 20th overall pick. We're going to be drafting when it gets there. Sorry about this. This is all post commentary because again my audio file messed up. I'm trying to get the handle of it. I'm trying to figure out how to do things and make it sound the best and make it do all that stuff. But we're gonna be drafting Cody Williams. We really need a small forward. I think he's a very good pickup for us. I'm looking at this guy Filipowski. I was really looking at him with the 20th overall pick because we really needed a backup center. But I was hoping and I was praying that he would be there for a 20th overall selection. But we're going to be drafting Cody Williams here, send him to the next pick. Unfortunately, got picked. So we just take a flyer. We kind of take a guy out of that we don't really know too much about, but we take him out of the European League, so he has a year in the a year overseas, so he won't be with us for this year, but he'll play with us next year. So I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. I'll lay in too many vowels, too many of them. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. So 77 overall for Cody Williams, which I think was a really good draft pick for number 12. We're going to be bringing back Shannon Sharp, Keon Johnson, kind of these guys that can, shade on. Did I call him Shannon Sharp again? That's my fault. But these players that can do a decent job for us and keep us in not playoff contention, but hopefully take us to that next level. So we're kind of looking over the team here. We're good for point guards. Point guards we won't have a problem for, or shooting guard, no problem. Small forward, power forward, center, that's where it all gets a little iffy. It's where it all gets a little iffy and you don't really know who's going to be what and kind of who's going to be in the starting rotation for those games. But we're going to bring in Dario Saric here, kind of as a backup big. So we're going to sign him after the 3. We're kind of looking, we're like, you know what? Maybe we can throw a flyer at Kawhi. Kawhi's not going to accept that. Doesn't matter. But yeah, we're just going to go to trades. We're going to see if there's anything for one of these two. Because I think that we're good here. I think that Scoot Henderson could take over the spot. So we're trying to look for a small forward here, but we don't really see. We see Anthony Black, of course, doesn't line up because we have very good guards. So we don't sign him, or we don't trade for him, should I say. Hero, kind of the same thing. I could have got a guy like Brook Lopez. I decided kind of against it. I thought Hero was going to be, I know his max potential is around 87, I think. So he's not going to turn into a superstar, but he could turn into a very, very solid NBA player. But we decide against making any trades, and then we skip towards, I think it was the trade deadline of season number 2. So basically at the halfway mark of season number 2, if we can get there any day now. We're just about there, I swear. There we are. We are second in the Western Conference, I think third in the NBA, maybe fourth. We're around there. We're a top 5 seed in the NBA, which is very good for us. It's very good knowing that this rebuild is going well and all the players are playing to what they could, or what they can do. So Hero's having a really good year. Simon's having a little bit of a down year, kind of regressed a little bit, but has less minutes. Scoot Henderson, 32 minutes, basically 19 points, 4 rebounds. We'll call it 8 assists. We'll be nice and call it 8 assists. But yeah, I mean, all these players, all the guards are playing amazing. They're all playing very, very good. So no, that's not the problem. I don't know if having 2 and 2, very good shooting guard, and a very good shooting guard, very good point guard, 2 of them each. I don't know if that really helps. So we're gonna be trading for, I think, Lauri Markkanen. Yeah, of course, new to 2K, new account, has to give you all the tutorial stuff. But I think we're gonna end up going with, if we can get to it. Well, I was thinking about Pascal Siakam. He's on the Clippers now. I was thinking about him, but he couldn't play small forward, it said. But we're going to be trading for Lauri Markkanen. He's 27 years old, so he's a little bit older, but still fits that time frame that we have. So our team is now looking at Scoot Henderson, Tyler Hero, Lauri Markkanen, John Collins, Jusuf Nurkic, Chris Anderson, Shaedon Sharpe, Jalen Noel, Cody Williams, Matisse Thybulle. So we have I think it's a very good team. It's a very deep team. It's a very well-constructed team, in my opinion. But we end up, going kind of, not iffy, but we end up going kind of 500 throughout the second half of the season. We don't end up finishing as the top seed. We don't end up with 55 wins, 60 wins. But we just finish as enough to, I think, get the 3rd seed, which isn't bad at all. It's a lot better than the 7th, a lot better than getting the 2nd overall draft pick in the NBA draft. But we also traded a guy that, is a top 10 player in the NBA. So what's better, having a top 10 guy in the NBA or having a team that can, get you a 3rd seed in the Western Conference? So it's kind of these options. Cody Williamson, there he is, first team All-NBA, not All-NBA, All-Rookie team, which is very good. You see here, we are sitting at the 3rd seed against the Lakers, who haven't really done too much. They brought in Draymond Green, which everyone kind of expected, but he didn't do it. Trey Jones, they also brought in Jackson Hayes, they had from this offseason. So we're going to be going into this series right here. We're going to be going game by game, I think, until we get to a little bit further. We go around, and unfortunately, they come back from 3-2, beat us by 15 or so in Game 7. Anthony Davis has a really good game. LeBron James, for how old he is, for only 32 minutes, has a really good game as well. That's the star power. That's the thing, though, at the NBA. Star power can win you series. Not always championships, but series it can win. LeBron James decides to hang it up after beating us, of course. Just the way it goes. But we're going to get into basically the last season, because we're going to be doing 3 seasons here. And I think this team is very well constructed. I think this team has a very good chance of making it far in the playoffs. We're going to be keeping Chauncey Billups for 1 more year. Just to kind of see, he did very good in his 2nd year with us. So we're just going to be simulating to the end here. We don't have any picks, or we do have a pick, but it is number 59. So we're just going to kind of be taking a flyer here. Kind of just seeing how, and just kind of someone for the G League, someone for the, can say that they got drafted in the NBA, but, with 59th overall pick, you're not always going to get a, Isaiah Thomas or NFL terms Brock Purdy. You're not going to be getting these guys that are going to come into All-Stars. It's very, very, very uncommon to have one of those players in such a late round. It can happen, but not usually. So we're looking at that. We're going to be trading John Collins, and we have a little bit, not trading, but we're going to be re-signing him. And we got a little bit of money left. We're looking over the team. What do we need? We're going to be getting John Collins back. We need a small forward. So I'm thinking that Kelly Oubre Jr. could do an excellent job there. As kind of a starting small forward, kind of a spark plug for us. Can give us points. So we're going to be signing both of those two. Kind of cheesing the game a little bit, but it's how 2K works, so we're going to take it every single time. So just like that, we're going to be done with free agency, and we're going to kind of look at the team. So, of course, we have guys like, Scoot Henderson's up to a 90, Sharpe's up to an 87, Hero stayed an 87, Collins is an 83, Nurkic went down to an 81, Oubre's an 81, Chris Murray's an 80. I mean, I think this is a very good team doesn't have a star power, doesn't have like an NBA terms, doesn't have Anthony Edwards that's a 97 overall. But I think it's a very deep team, which I mean, we're going to kind of see how it goes from here. If it only matters if it's a star player. If star players lead to championships, or his teams lead to NBA championships. So we're sitting as a second seed, I think third in the NBA at the mid-season point of season number 3. Of course, we're going to be looking at the stats here. Sharp's having another good year. Scoot Henderson's having another good year. Heroes kind of step back a little bit, but also, again, he's not getting those minutes. He's getting a few less minutes than he did last year, so it's understandable. Oubre basically coming off the bench. I forgot to switch him to a small forward here, but that's on me. That's my bad. Yeah, but we're going to be seeing here at the end of the season for this season, it goes very well. It goes very well for us. We finish up as the... I think it is the... what is it? I think it says the first seed. I don't think it's the second seed. I think we got the first seed. But we get the first seed in season number 3. Oh, as always, just as we're sitting here, like and subscribe if you like this video and you want to see me, let me know in the comment section below who you want to see me rebuild next. Because that's really what I want to know and how I can improve on YouTube. But we're going to be looking kind of at the, at the awards. Wembanyama has a ridiculous stat line. Chauncey Billups wins Coach of the Year. We finished up as the first seed, so we did finish up as the first seed. We go against Memphis, who has an excellent team. John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., DeMar DeRozan on the bench, Marcus Smart, like a very, very good team. I think we have a little bit of a better, minus Ja, but I think we have a little bit of a better starting 5, but they have better star power off the bench. So we're just going to be seeing how it goes from here. We win in 6, which is very good. Then we get the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have Freddie VanVleet, Edwards, Jalen McDaniels, Clint Capella, Gobert. They traded, I'm guessing it must have been for Clint Capella or Freddie VanVleet, but they traded Karl-Anthony Towns, so I assume it was for Fred VanVleet. So again, a very good team, another good team. I wish I would have got not an easier matchup for a 5th seed, but they swept us. So just like that, we're going to be ending off the episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thunder win season number 3. Thank you and have a good day.